Every time somebody talks about the 100 men versus the gorilla, initially, in the back of my head, I think, bet. Let's test it out. I wish I would pay good money. We build our own coliseum, we take it back to the gladiator days, and we put it to the test. We'll sign a couple of liability waivers, and we keep it pushing, you know? If you're allowed to run off, you're allowed to run off and say no. If you decide to stay and continue to fight, fight. That's on you. Amidst everybody explaining the details of the strength of a gorilla, I don't know what y'all are thinking. Honestly, that's the most arrogant thing I've ever heard in my entire life. Have y'all seen a gorilla?
I think the better question would be 100 women versus one gorilla. I think that's an even better question because women are just as strong as men. So what do you guys think? 100 women versus one gorilla.
Who would win in a fight, a gorilla or 100 men? All right, let's break this down once and for all. Well, a full-grown male gorilla is an absolute monster. It can lift 2,000 pounds, has a bite force of 1,300 PSI, and is up to 9 times stronger than the average guy. But here's the thing. Gorillas aren't built for long fights. They're like sprinters. They explode for about a minute, and then they gas out hard. So yeah, the first 30, maybe 40 guys, dead. Instantly. But after a minute, once enough guys dogpile onto it, weight wins. Endurance wins. The 100 men would eventually overwhelm the gorilla, barely, probably losing about half in the process. Humans are weak individually, but when we work together, even nature's tanks like gorillas don't stand a chance.
There is no way. There is no way. It's lifting a car, my guy. It takes a car like it's lifting, I don't know, this little thing. This is a car. And what would we be able to do against a gorilla? Are we punching it to death? We don't have any weapons. You'd see a person get like their bones just crushing. It slaps, like imagine this. It slaps a person so hard that the neck just breaks. Bam! Neck is broken, bam, neck is broken, bam. The gorilla would slap you so hard, your head would spin. What are we talking about, guys? You have to know your limits. A gorilla is a man's worst nightmare. Imagine guys fear like these gorilla niggas. They fear those guys. What would you do against a silverback? A bite force stronger than a bear. I would wrestle it. Nah, bro. You can't. You can't even put a chokehold on a gorilla. It's impossible.
I don't care what y'all say. This 100 men versus a silverback gorilla debate has been the funniest shit I have ever seen in my entire life. There was a dude who got up here and literally said, if you're big enough, I think you're taking about 2 or 3 hits from a gorilla before you're down and out. 2 or 3? You think you're taking 2 or 3 full force punches from a silver... Hold on.
Come on, bro.
A silverback gorilla is strong enough to shatter your skull with just one slam of its arm. Just a slam of its arm, not even a full force punch. We're talking about him just slamming you upside your head with his arm, with his forearm. He's strong enough to shatter your skull. Not crack it, not fracture it, shatter it.
I got him.
So someone Googled what 100 people look like, and the visualization made it so much easier to comprehend like what we're actually dealing with. Because 100 people, I feel like, is a lot bigger in your head versus than when you see it. Like, that doesn't really look like that many people. I mean, look at this shit. Because before I was like, yeah, due to like overwhelming force, like, yeah, that makes sense. But then when you actually see 100 people and you realize it's not that many people, and then you also take into consideration that we don't know the true strength of a gorilla, like it's never been tested. You start seeing the probability start to sway.
My question is 100 men versus gorilla.
Oh my god.
This guy is stupid, go on.
You're gorilla, obviously.
Thank you!
Obviously.
Bro, it's split.
Bro, I swear to you, it's impossible.
Bro, 100 men that are willing to fight.
It's impossible. 100 men versus one gorilla.
The gorilla, man. Guys will run away. One gorilla.
100 men versus one gorilla. He's winning.
100 men.
No way, bro. There's no way. And it's crazy to be that ambitious. What is up, guys? Welcome to another video. Hope that you guys are all doing good. In this video, we're going to answer the age-old question. Would 100 men be able to defeat a gorilla? Now, I've been thinking about this one, and I have to say, it doesn't matter how many, okay, maybe it matters how many men, but I don't think 100 men would be able to defeat a gorilla. So, if it has a stronger bite force than a bear, and it's just hand-to-hand combat, there's no way 100 men would be able to even come close to defeating a gorilla, because a gorilla is extremely strong. Imagine 100 guys, just one swing, that's 10 guys. 10 guys are dead.
Here's what's not a critical thought. Let's visualize this for a little bit. We're talking about a 400-pound animal that can grow up to 6 feet tall. According to the experts, the average silverback gorilla weighs somewhere between 5 to 10 times, or is actually 5 to 10 times stronger than us humans. And just like a lot of you are guilty of out there, mostly guys, we have spent way too much time today thinking about all of this, to the point that we actually created a very unofficial stay tuned now poll at work with like 63 to 38% split amongst our team. 63% going to the gorilla, but what do the experts say? Our next guest has over 2 decades of experience studying and researching gorillas. Can you just settle this for us real quick? Like, if 100 normal unarmed guys got into a fight with one gorilla, how would it go?
Well, it's a very interesting question, and it's been super fun to see how much it has engaged people on the internet. I talk about gorillas all day long, so I love that other people are talking about them as well. I don't think there's a definitive answer, but I have to say that I would be on the side of the humans in this case. Gorillas come to this with, a ton of power, all that upper body strength. You can see them here kind of just smashing people right and left. They've got incredible jaw strength. But I think the sheer number of humans that they would be up against, and the fact that humans could hopefully coordinate their behavior, tag team, take a little bit of a rest while the gorilla would just be going full steam the whole time, would really put the advantage in for the humans.
Out of 100 fights, 100 humans, 1 gorilla, I think that the gorilla wins 85% of the time.
100 unarmed humans versus 1 silverback gorilla. I need to get in on this. Let's start with the gorilla. It's a monster. Absolute unit. That's 400 pounds of problems wrapped in skin. According to researchers, they can also lift 10 times their body weight. That's like 4,000 pounds. That's like your car with you in it. Yeah. They also have a 1,300-pound bite force, which is strong enough to break just about any bone in your body. However, they also get taken out by leopards. Not a tiger, not a lion, a leopard. At the same time, one man, a 73-year-old man, took out a leopard with his bare hands. He just jumped on top of it and ripped its tongue out of its mouth. Humans are crazy. I think the entire world has collectively forgotten what we're capable of. Even if every single human weighed 100 pounds, that's 10,000 pounds of highly intelligent human. Not to mention, if it's a fight to the death, you think we're gonna be fighting fair? I'm gouging its eyes out.
No, stop it. It's very easy to talk. This is the thing which I really hate about the internet. It's very, very easy to talk. You're not doing anything against a gorilla. Try to choke it, like try to pull its tongue out of its mouth, bro. Just try to do that. See what would happen. Like, it's impossible. That is an impossibility. If you had a weapon, maybe. But brute strength?
This is my final video on 100 men versus 1 gorilla because you guys are making me feel like a psychopath, all right? There's a reason why every gorilla truther has to sit there and be like, oh, well, after the first guy gets snapped in half like a glow stick, everyone else is going to run away, because any scenario in which you imagine all 100 men fighting until they win, they win. It literally depends on, they have to say that they run away. Oh, how are you going to do damage to the gorilla? All right, this is where I feel wild, because apparently you guys don't have imagination for violence, which is making me feel like something is wrong with me, because if you don't imagine a strategy in which you take the heaviest men in your group to weigh down the gorilla, you find the dudes who are 6 foot and over, the guys who weigh more than 200, 250 pounds, you can get up to maybe 3-4 people per gorilla arm. Gorilla arms, they are armed forward. They have longer arms than they do legs. You can most definitely, right, weigh them down. All right, there's a reason why chimpanzees and other primates can harm each other with 4 or 5 pound rocks, because they still get hurt.
A chimpanzee would destroy 50 men. A chimpanzee is dangerous. We can take Goggins, we can take Mike Tyson in his prime, Muhammad Ali in his prime, Jet Li, Bruce Lee, every Lee. We're taking every Lee. If a gorilla punches you like this, he'll send you to Christ directly. Directly.
Get in there!
Y'all showed how weak y'all was when we was talking about that dog topic, right? Y'all really are underestimating the male species, the human species at that period. Y'all literally got on here and said, oh, the average man can't handle a dog by himself. Okay, cool, whatever, dog. But 100 men versus a gorilla, one silverback gorilla, you're telling me we... Come on, bro. Y'all ain't never this scary outside, bro. I hope y'all never get stuck in the wilderness with no weapons. I hope not. With this confidence, bro, y'all look crazy, bro. Y'all really think 100 men can't take down one single gorilla? And we rule the world for no reason? Like, bro, come on, man. Listen, in prehistoric times, men used to hunt mammoths. To this day, people are still hunting like elephants.
Yes, but you have to also add this to the discussion. We had weapons. But the better question is, would 100 women be able to defeat one gorilla? Leave it in the comment section. Like, comment, and share, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.